Hey everybody, welcome back to Geektopia Island. We're here with the new Kevin's Kreations today. I'm your host Kevin.
I'm Cardwell.
And we're gonna go back to the past a little bit.
Yeah. Going back in time.
Yeah. We're gonna use one of the older rulers from the CFC, like the cluster. It is Glorius, the Masked Crusader.
Yep.
Bringing back inheritance, boys. So be ready for that. So, to get into her, what she does some crazy stuff. So she judgments for a white, a green, and one.
Yep.
Pretty simple, pretty easy. And energizes white and a green, or a light and a green. And then you discard a card with inheritance, you can draw a card. You can do that once per turn and only on your turn.
Yes.
That ability is the main fuel of the deck, because you're going to be cantripping and drawing cards all day.
Yep.
That's all you want to do on the front side until you're able to judgment. Because you have plenty of inheritance cards in this deck to just go be like, let's just do it.
Pretty much, yeah. You're putting all your egg grenades in one basket, sending it to a creature and letting them just do what they want.
Yeah. There's a couple really good targets to inheritance too, but I mean, if you have to do it on a little creature, you have to do it on a little creature and get there. But you're fueling your deck and getting your hand how you need it to get. So when she judgments into a 10/10 J ruler. When she comes into play, you put the top card of your stone deck into the field. However,
just like that.
If it's one of the named lands, you can choose to pay life and have it come in untapped, so forth, so on. And then each turn, the first inheritance spell you play for your inheritance cost you do is free,
which is awesome.
Yeah, that's her big play on the backside. Is your first inheritance is free. Awesome. And then her God's Art is Precious Spirit Wind. And it's 0 mana. This card gains barrier until the end of turn. Awesome.
Yeah. So if you're putting all the eggs with her, she can keep them safe.
Yeah.
Just I swing, I win. Yeah.
Yeah. So many times you're just like, oh, you're gonna kill her? Now barrier. Thanks. Yeah. It's so helpful on her just to give the barrier for the one turn.
Now, with inheritance being the main thing, could you go ahead and explain those people who probably never even heard of that?
Okay, so inheritance, what it is different cards. There's a couple cards. It's mostly in the light and the wind, but it is you discard this card from your hand and you pay an amount and you get a certain ability. So to
a target creature.
Yeah, and it's you pay 3, target thing gets +6/+6 or +8/+8, and you discard that card with inheritance from your hand.
Yep.
And there's certain costs for certain inheritances. There's one that costs 5. There's some that cost 3. There's some that cost 2. There's some that only cost 1.
Yeah, and we're keeping it kind of low.
Yeah,
on the curve.
Yeah, this deck is pretty low on what you can do. So, but that's it for that. We'll delve right into the deck and what it can do.
Yep. First one, also a classic card, is Tama. Just a 1 green 2/2. Enters the battlefield, draw a card, cantrips for you, and then you can banish this card and deal 200 to target Resonator.
Yeah, I mean, Tama's just good, even if it is an older card, yes, but it's just super strong in what it can do. Yeah. I mean, it can kill a creature for you, and can't tell you how many games I've had to win on this dude's back just because nobody wants to block a 2/2 cat because it's a waste of your time. So you're like, cool, that dude's big, die.
Yeah, just get it out of there. All right. The next one is, of course, we're playing red-green, so Sylvia.
Yeah.
Just a 6/6 swiftness. When it attacks, target dude can't block. And that's super good here. So if they have one big dude, you're like, that dude can't block, and then pump, go.
Yeah. You're not trying to go late game with this deck at all.
No.
That you just, honestly, you just can't. You can, but you don't want to.
Yeah.
It's not good for you. The earlier it happens, the better off you're going to be. And she helps facilitate that.
Oh, yeah. Now, one of the newer cards only, well, we have another newer card here, but Viola, we've also talked about her. She's a quick cast creature, 1 green, 1 colorless, 6/6.
Yep.
Target dude becomes target J Resonator becomes a dragon and gains flying, and then gets +2/+2 as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, if you need to, banish this card while it's on the field and remove 2 cards from target graveyard.
Yeah. Her main purpose in this deck is to give flying.
Yeah.
Great. That's her whole real purpose in this deck, is to give my dudes flying.
As weird as it sounds, it's one of the most powerful abilities. Yeah, it's the most common thing that
Yeah.
creatures you should be playing with.
But. Yeah, just because flying it's pretty hard to deal with and block.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's ways too, but it's really good because it gets your dude out of the way.
Now, the first card with inheritance here is a Sprinting Flame Horse. We saw this in the Keurig deck to give him haste. So, 1-drop, 2/2, blah, right? Has swiftness, but here's the inheritance part. You pay the 1 red still, discard it, target creature gets +2/+2 and swiftness as well.
Yeah, and it's target J/Resonator, so when she flips, you can target her with it and give her swiftness, which is the best part, because she's already a 10/10, so that alone makes her 12/12.
Yep.
Great.
Right.
The next guy we got is the Divine Beast of Attoractia. He is one of the best targets for inheritance ever. Like he was made for he came out with Gloria, the same set, and he's a green and a white for a 6/6. And when he's targeted, when you play an inheritance ability, this card gets +2/+2, and it gains life when it deals damage.
Just in general, it doesn't need to be targeted, correct?
No, it does not need to be targeted, but it just gets that ability when you play an inheritance ability on a creature. It also has inheritance itself that you can pay a green and a white, target J/Resonator gets +6/+6. So fantastic.
Dumb.
You can either use it to pump another dude, or you can gain life. And with that ability of the inheritance trigger, each one will stack.
Yeah.
So you get multiple instances of life gain. So if you do 3 inheritances in a turn, which isn't uncommon, you're just like, let me gain 3 times the life. So you're at least gaining 6 or 18. So
at
awesome.
Least, without pumping him.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
Or no, I'm sorry. If you're doing 3, it's 8, 10, 12.
12, so 12 times 3, 30, 36?
Yeah, you're gaining at least 36 on 3 inheritance, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So it gives you a pretty good buffer pretty quick.
Awesome.
The next up, we got Fiethsing. She's the 6/6 for 2 with quick cast. When she comes into play, you can bounce a creature you control to your hand. So you can play a dude again if you need to. But she inherits for a green and a 1. And you target dude gets +6/+6, target J/Resonator. And you get to go get a monocle. I don't need the monocle, don't run it, because I don't need it. She's there to give +6/+6. Or draw a card because the front ability of Glorius. Or bounce a dude.
Or bounce an inheritance dude that you had to play, so you can cast it out as inheritance.
Yeah. Another really good target to get is Amaterasu, the Guide of Light. She's a 3-drop, 8/8. When she deals damage, you gain that much life. So she already has pretty much lifelink.
Yep.
And she inherits for 2 white and 1, and target J/Resonator gets +8/+8. And then her other ability is you can pay 2 white, and you can tap 2 dudes, 2 untapped Resonators, and bring her back to the field from the graveyard.
Which is good.
Yeah, you can only use it when she's in the graveyard. So early game, you're just like, on the front side, you're just like, discard Amaterasu, let me draw a card, and then 3 turns later, when you have a couple dudes, let's say you just played your other Tama, you're like, into your turn, tap these 2 Tamas, play her, get her in play, let's go.
Exactly.
She's really strong in what she can do, she just gives you so much. And the final inheritance card we have is a Shining Kirin. Green, white, and 1 for a 6/6. When he comes into play, you draw a card. And he inherits for the same amount, green, white, and 1.
Yep.
Target J/Resonator gains +6/+6, and you draw a card.
Just like that.
All day, every day.
My dude gets bigger, and I cantrip.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll play another one.
Thanks. I get to replenish the card I discarded to do that, and this dude gets +6/+6.
Yeah. Really helps with the backside free.
Yeah.
Play free, get a card for free. This dude's bigger for free.
Yeah. She does have a little bit of thinking ahead of time setup, but once you get it down, it plays super easy because you're like, this one's free, pay 1 for this one, pay red for haste, swing for death.
Exactly.
All right, but that's it for the creatures. It's almost all creatures, and we have 8 spells.
And they're all 4 of those creatures. So there you go. And now the first one is Heaven Sundering Dragon Palm. To of course go with Viola because it just helps out so much.
Yeah.
So of course 1 red quick cast has many things. So choose 1. If the card is Awaken, you may choose up to 3 instead. 1, destroy target dragon. So Viola kills anything.
Yeah.
Number 2, deals $500 damage to target Resonator, or 400 damage to an opponent. So you can just end it right there if they're weak.
Yeah.
And of course, Awaken, remove 5 counters, but you don't 5 strength counters, but you're not going to deal with that.
You're not having the ability to do that, but It's there. Just I'm trying it out. There was a couple other cards that I'm going to mention at the end that I had in there to begin with. I don't know which one's better, so I'm trying out Viola and the Dragon Palm to see if they work better for me. But I mean, it's
and remember, there's no like foe blocking, so therefore, if creature's blocked your big dude, then you can kill it with this combo, and then all the damage goes through.
Yeah, that dude gets to go through after you killed their dude.
Yeah,
and she gives you some sort of removal in the main board, which is kind of nice because you're like, I'm gonna kill that big dude, or I'm gonna kill that little dude. So it's kind of nice.
Yeah. And the next to help make sure your dudes aren't dead, of course, is Magic Sweets. Just a great card. 1 white, quick cast. Target J/Resonator you control gets +2/+2 and barrier until end of turn. So your dude's saved.
Yeah, there's 4 of them because you're gonna draw them at some point, and you want to protect your dudes. Because your whole hand, you're gonna try to cantrip. Because almost in like half the deck cantrips.
Yeah.
Or cantrip can be used as a cantrip.
It's a can.
Yeah. So you're gonna probably get one of these at some point, just to protect the dude that you need to.
Yeah.
And
it buffs up the creature too, just a little bit of damage.
Yeah, just enough to get there. But if you need to kill him, you need to kill him.
Yep.
All right. So for the honorable mentions,
we're
gonna do those real quick. I had Dreams of Flight in there, which is 1 white, quick cast / remnant, and it's got Force 1. You roll a d6. Target J Resonator gets +X/+X and flying, where X is the roll of the dice.
Yeah.
So you can play it once, give one dude flying and plus whatever. You can do it again, give another dude flying and plus whatever.
Yeah.
And then the other card I had was Crimson Ray, which is red, white, quick cast. This card deals 6 to target player or 6 to a J/Resonator, and you gain 6 life.
Yeah, very good.
I wasn't sure which one to use, so I wanted to try out the Viola Dragon Palm combo because it's super strong for what it can do.
Yep.
And neither one of these can kill a J, whereas that other combo can.
Yeah, exactly. Like you would have to block with Crimson Ray or have 2 in the hand, but still, with that you can just have these 2 cards and kill a J.
So we're gonna see which happens, how it plays out this weekend. So that's it for that on the actual cards / honorable mentions in the main board. The lands, they're pretty interesting. I have 4 Precia's Memoria, which is her actual stone, her special magic stone. So normally it would come intact, but since you're playing her, it comes in untapped. It counts as a white and a windstone, and it adds a lighter green. And as long as your J ruler is Faria, you can tap it and give her +2/+2. So you can automatically either save her from being killed from damage or pump her more.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh cool, you blocked with a 10/10, great, mine's a 12/12 now.
Yeah.
And if you have another stone, you can do it again. The next stone is AwakenedMagic Stone, the Earth. It is the Lumia stone, so it adds a white or a red. And when you do Judgment of a Light Ruler, recover this card. So yes, you're going to take some damage from this card for playing it.
But it's going to be worth it later.
Yeah, but the turn that you Judgment, you practically Judgment. If you have 2 of those to pay for Judgment and 1 Precious Stone, you Judgment for 1 mana.
Yeah.
Because she is considered a white ruler, or a light ruler, so you get to untap those stones.
And you get a free stone, and then you can go on with your inheritance.
Yeah, and then you get all of the extra cards like he was saying. It's silly. It's so fun to do. And the amount of ridiculous stuff you get to do.
Exactly.
The last 2 stones I have is Magic Stone and Blasting Waves, which is just the red-green dual stone just to finish out the colors.
Yeah. To even it out, really.
Yeah. The sideboard's been changed a whole lot because there's been a whole lot more fun cards come out that were needed, but inheritance hasn't really been a thing since this set, so there's not much that's worth it. But for the sideboard, we'll do the older card first, which is Lumia's Judgment. It's 1 red and 1 white and X. Remove all non-Magic Stone, non-J ruler entities with X or less from the game.
Just good.
So if somebody gets out ahead of you, you can remove all their stuff.
Yeah.
Great. 4 miscalculations.
Because it's just really good.
Yeah. 1 white quick cast, remove, destroy target attacking dude.
But
so
you're playing aggro too? Cool.
Yeah. It's to protect you when you go in deep, because you're just going to be like, swing.
Yeah.
And now they're going to crack back and you're like, cool, kill that dude. You got 3 Fair spells, one green quick cast, cancel target spell with quick cast.
Yep.
Because everyone plays quick cast right now just because it's a thing.
Exactly. And we already talked about this, Laura, it kind of hurts this deck, but with that, you don't need to worry.
Yeah. The next up, we got Scarlett's Agony, which is a 1 green quick cast, remove target attacking J Resonator from the battle, draw a card.
That's good.
this card could actually really hurt you too, just because you go all in on Glorious and they're like, remove that dude from combat. But if you give Barrier, they can't do that.
Exactly.
But still, this is for the AU matchups, or if they get to go as quick as you can. You're just like, no, get back.
Yeah. Well, we're winning the damage race right now.
Yeah. And then finally, we're playing our own Lorites because it's Lorite. He's really good. 1 green quick cast for 1/2. When he comes into play, cancel target active or automatic ability your opponent controls. You can remove Spirit Magics to get him back, but we don't have Spirit Magics. But like Cardwell was saying, this dude will totally wreck this deck. Just be aware of that when you're wanting to play this in locals.
Yeah, Inheritance is a
activate ability. So just know that Lorite is going to do a lot against this deck. So if they main 4 of them, you have to pretty much assume that 4 of your cards aren't going to do anything.
At least. But that's with any decks, really. If you play a creature, they're going to have a kill spell, you know?
Yeah.
You're just going to get there first, hopefully.
Yeah, you just got to play around it and know that that's going to be a thing. You just got to deal with it.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's just a quick, easy aggro deck. It's super fun, and it's super aggressive. You can win out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And it just, the amount of shenanigans this deck gets to do. You'll get to see it when we play test it. I'm going to play test it this weekend, and hopefully it does really well.
Yeah, it looks fun.
If you want to see the deck list, it'll be down below. And thank y'all for coming and hanging out with us today on Kevin's Creations here at Geektopia Island.
Goodbye.
Alright guys, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and also hit the bell that gets you notifications on all of our content. Also, if you need the latest deck tech, it's going to be to the right. And if you need the latest gameplay videos, it's going to be down below.